seems like this is another point in the year where Amazon is deciding that they want to kick some people off listings and make it harder to sell certain products. In fact, this morning, I believe, I got an email from Amazon. Nope, it was yesterday. And they're telling me that I'm no longer going to be able to sell a certain brand on their platform. So I want to talk about why this is happening, go through this email with you, and see if it will be a problem for you or I in our businesses. But first off, the basic question of why Amazon does this. And sometimes it's because the brand reaches out to them and says that they don't want more people on their listing. Sometimes, and what I suspect is the case for this one, there are too many people on the listing or maybe too many new people, and it's not good for Amazon to have all those people on the listing anymore, just in case there might be problems with the customer service and the specific brand, because this brand in particular is pretty easy to get your hands on. I'll let you know who it is in a second, but you might have already guessed it because you might have gotten this email if you're selling this brand as well, and you do Walmart replens, specifically in like the vitamins, pills, that type of category. Ooh, new light. Ooh, that is right, boy. And I'm sure that there are other reasons that this happens. If you know of any, let me know down in the comments down below. But this is something that I've had to deal with on a couple different brands with Amazon, even though I've later gotten approved in them. But that's not going to be the case for this one. So let's dive into the email real quick. Okay, so check this out. I really hope that this works well, but I figured out how to use a new system on my computer that hopefully will help me to live stream better as well as record videos, especially like reaction type videos. And we got a couple different ways to look at stuff, which is super, super cool. I do have something to actually record good quality audio from my microphone coming in the mail, as well as something else that I forgot that I bought, but I bought it and it's coming and it's going to make everything better on YouTube. But let's dive into this email real quick to take a look at what's going on with it. So if we just pull up this important information about your Amazon.com listings, I always hate to see that. I hate to see that so much on Amazon. But when we open up that email real quick, oh shoot, I keep forgetting I have to switch stuff in OBS. I'm so new to this. But when we open up the email, we'll see that it says important information about your Amazon.com listings. Pretty basic. But honestly, I never quite know what to think when you're on this screen. And so reading down a little bit further will give you some more information, because sometimes it's not a big deal, but sometimes when you get these emails, it's not good. Also, you ready for this? Boom! All the way over there. Look how fancy I am. Oh my gosh. Okay. It says, as a part of our ongoing effort to provide the best possible customer experience, we have implemented additional restrictions for Spring Valley products. If you don't know what those are, you probably don't sell them, or you might sell them and just not have noticed, but it's one of the Walmart brands. I think they have Nature Valley and Spring Valley. No, not Texas. I know I'm in Texas, but you can't say that. Also, I'm in San Antonio, Texas. If you hear any sounds, it's because it's 10:30 at night, and apparently that's the time that bars start to actually play music, so that is what it is. But if we look at Spring Valley Vitamins, this is a brand that I'm pretty sure they sell mostly at Walmart. Yeah, Spring Valley brand shop. They got a ton of them. You've probably seen these before. Where I picked mine up was from Walmart, and I'll show you exactly what my listing was and what I've already done to actually make sure that I don't have to deal with this very much. But this is the type of thing that we're looking at. These type of vitamins here. Also, I'm sorry if I'm new to this thing. I feel like this is going to be all over the screen because I forget to go back into OBS to change it, because I think that I can just change it in post in the edit, and that's not how this works anymore. Back to the email, it says, effective 2022, March 27th. Why did they write the date in that order? That makes no sense. You will not be able to list the affected products, and your listings will be removed. This action does not affect your account health, which is a good thing because sometimes you might have to be worried about that, but this isn't going to affect your future ability to list these products, and you have 2 months from now, honestly, to get them out if you are selling them, or if you can get reapproved, but we'll get to that. Then the question that you're probably asking, they ask as well, how can I reinstate my listings? It says you're not approved to list Spring Valley products, and we currently are not accepting applications, and that is the real big issue, because if we head over into Seller Central real quick, obviously having a pretty good sales day, and if you want to watch my recent shipment or sourcing videos, you can check those out to see why I'm having a decent sales day today, but it could be better. But if we go to inventory, add a product, not that, inventory, add a product, and we search up Spring Valley, just anything Spring Valley, I think it's in my recent searches. Nope. What used to happen is that when I would see this Spring Valley biotin 1,000 micrograms, 150 tablets, is that what it, MCG? I don't know what that stands for. You can go over here and just sell it. I would be able to sell it new, but it says not available, and I'm not even allowed to sell it. It says you're not approved to list this brand, and we are not currently accepting applications. And obviously I can't list it in collectible, refurbished, or used conditions because it's a pill. So back into the email, it says were your listings removed as a result of an error. It says if you believe that it was misclassified or a certain category or subcategory, you can appeal it. Then it asks what happens if I do not take action. If no action is taken, the effective listings will not be available for sale in the Amazon store. It doesn't even really say what the actions are. Pretty much it's just that you have to sell out of your inventory before the 27th of March or dispose of your inventory, because it'll just go into your stranded inventory past that point. And that also gets answered by this next question. Can I sell my remaining inventory? If you have remaining inventory of the affected products in the Amazon fulfillment centers, you may continue selling your your remaining inventory until the 27th of March. After this date, you will need to create a removal order, just like I was saying. And then it says, we're here to help because they're very gracious with us. And that's pretty much the email from Amazon. So does this affect you very much ultimately? And what can you do about it? So I just kind of looked at the recording that came out of OBS since that was my first time using it. It looked a little laggy in some parts. Sorry about that. That wasn't your computer. That was mine. And I will definitely try to figure out if I need to get a new computer or just adjust some settings because I just wish everything would work perfectly for free. It's annoying. Ultimately, in these situations with Amazon, though, I don't really think that there's anything that you can do about it except for reapply to get ungated in Spring Valley when they open applications again, which might actually be as people start to sell out of that inventory, maybe closer to that March 27th date. But I'm interested to hear if you were affected by this, if you've sold those products before. And I currently had one that I had a listing for. I think I still have the listing for it. I won't try to go back into OBS just in case it's too laggy since I haven't figured that out yet. But yeah, luckily it looks like it's actually unavailable for me because it's inactive out of stock. The problem is though, I bought it for $4 and I sold it for $9 and the fees are $4.27. So even though I might make like, actually I bought it for $6, I think. Nope. $4.33, just checked Inventory Lab. So I'll make like 50 cents, which isn't the worst. And I just dropped that price yesterday and all of those sales are still actually reserved for me because they just sold. You have 2 months, but especially if something's been in your inventory for a while, you might just want to get rid of it anyways. And I have a whole video on why you should do that and how to do it. But ultimately, I think this is just something you got to deal with when you sell on Amazon. And it stinks, but there's more products to get out there and find. See you in the next one.